What's going on, y'all? It's the Vegan Foodie here. If this is your first time checking out my YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so every time I drop a video, you get that baby. And if you are a subscriber, welcome. Shout out to my 2,000 plus subscribers who I love. I love y'all. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. So listen, today I'm going to be talking about something that has been put on my heart, y'all. And I felt like I needed to communicate with y'all. You know, a lot of things that come on my heart, I write it down and then I say to myself, I have to create this video. And then a lot of things that come to me as well are just like God speaking to me in divine intervention. And this is one of those divine intervention videos. Okay, so y'all need to tune in, you know what I'm saying? Don't skip this. Make sure you listen to every word that I have to say, because it can bring abundance, happiness, prosperity, and also help you get into your life purpose, your life's purpose, apostrophe S, life's purpose. Okay, so anyway, y'all, today we're going to be talking about being obedient to God. Like, you know, when you are obedient to God, so many blessings come into your life, right? And so come into your life. And so today I'm going to be talking about my experience with being obedient to God, how to be obedient to God, and what are the steps you need to take to even be able to hear God so that you can be obedient, because that's first and foremost, right? So anyway, y'all, have a seat, get you some water, get you some coffee, get you some tea, get you some ginger ale, whatever it is you need, because we about to go in deep, okay? So anyway, for me, my journey, my spiritual journey, which I'm going to be talking about in another video, it started well before the Vegan Foodie. It started really seriously when I was 24, 25, right? And so I was just in the shower and I was just like, you know what, God, I'm ready. Use me as a messenger. I'm here. Use me, right? And from that day forward, so much information was poured into me. I'm talking about stuff that I didn't even know existed, information that was out there that really helped my journey from, you know, just from politics to, you know, holistic stuff, to, you know, veganism, to spirituality. All of this information started to pour into me like crazy. And as the years progressed, I became wiser and wiser and wiser. And I always attribute that to that conversation that I had with God in my 20s when I was in the shower, like, use me. I'm ready to be your messenger, right? And along the journey, God has been giving me tasks to do. And with those tasks, when I become obedient, God blesses me and opens up my eyes even more, y'all. And so this is not to knock, you know, those people that's spiritual, got your ancestors, the Orishas. Let me tell you something. When I spoke to God, that's when that information came to me. So all of this comes from the divine. It's one big umbrella. It's not over here and over there. It's all one big umbrella. Don't get it twisted, y'all, okay? So let's talk about, you know, first and foremost, how to be in a position so that you can be obedient to God, and how to really hone out and be quiet and just know when God tells you a task where you can be. Because in order to get a task, in order to get an assignment, you have to be in a certain vibration. You have to be in a certain mental mode. You have to be in a certain mode spiritually, physically, emotionally, and all of that. So how do you get into a position where God can give you tasks where you can be obedient? My first thing would say is meditation. I meditate every single day, y'all. Whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or if it's 30 minutes. Let me tell y'all something. I meditate every single day. And you can use guided meditation, you can use silent meditation, you can use meditation apps. However you need to do it to make it easier for you, meditate. That is a good way to be able to hear God. That's a good way to be in alignment with God. Praying is cool, but you're doing more talking. You're doing more requesting. You're not doing listening. You have to listen. You got to be able to listen, right? Because in order to hear God, you got to listen. You got to listen. That's the main thing. You got to listen. So meditation is a very good way to hear God, to hear those tasks where you need to be obedient, right? Another thing is when you're up at night and you're just laying in bed, be silent. Don't be on your phone. Don't be watching TV. Don't be, reading books. Just lay there. Because I've gotten a lot of tasks from just laying there or waking up in the middle of the night and just laying there and being silent. Another way is to go for walks, right? When you're walking in nature, don't have your headphones on to listen to music or books. You can have your headphones on to just kind of distract yourself from people and so people won't talk to you. But just go for a walk in nature. Go to your local track, go to the park, go to the beach, wherever you can go and walk in silence and just absorb nature. Just be observant. Don't silence those thoughts. Just be observant. That's a good way for God to talk to you because you're silent now, okay? Now listen, once God speaks to you and gives you a task, you need to be obedient. You have to do it. Now, I've had a situation to where God told me to do something and I procrastinated. And God actually came to me and said, listen, when you procrastinate on something that I give you, you're only pushing your process further and further and further back. You're pushing it back. So the moment you become obedient and you do what I ask, then we could get this ball rolling. So one time I was obedient, right? And I fasted for 30 days. And some of y'all know this story, some of y'all don't. But I fasted for 30 days. God told me to fast for 30 days. Not a dry fast, not a water fast. Just, don't be on social media before this time. Don't eat before a certain time. Don't do the certain activities like smoke before this certain time. And it was just like, don't eat, don't do nothing but work. And at 6 o'clock, do your prayer and then you can eat, right? So I did it for 30 days. It was in December. I did it for 30 days and I was just like, okay, God said do this and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to look for a reason why. I'm just going to do it, right? And right after that fast in January, which was probably like a week or two after, I was asleep and God woke me up in the middle of the night and said, create an Instagram and name it The Vegan Foodie. The Vegan Foodie, not Foodie, just The Vegan Foodie, right? And so I just did it. I didn't question it. I didn't say, well, why am I doing this, God? What's the purpose of this? And here we have it. Just me taking that fast and be obedient to God, and just me being obedient and creating The Vegan Foodie. That has become my life. I was able to retire from being a publicist and have a purpose. And I realized that The Vegan Foodie is my purpose. Now I have 100,000 followers on Instagram, 80,000 followers on TikTok. Y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's giving me purpose. I've made money as a vegan foodie. Literally, The Vegan Foodie is feeding me now. This is my job. It's my life. And who would have thought just me being obedient to God in that aspect would lead to me years later, The Vegan Foodie opened up doors for me that never would have been opened up to me had I kept in the same profession, kept doing what I was doing. And so that's just one example of me being obedient. And when I say I love what God had in store for me with The Vegan Foodie, I had no idea that this would turn into what it's turned into. And I'm so grateful and humbled by God speaking to me and giving me this mission and me being obedient and not second guessing why I needed to do this. Another time when I was obedient is when I was in Ghana. Now, I have been doing the Vegan Vixen Challenge for about a year or so, right? Maybe 2 years, almost 2 years. And so it was cool. People were joining. And so God spoke to me and said, you need to charge. So I was like, okay, cool. So I started charging and women started coming on. It was like when it was free, I only got a couple people. When I started charging, people started to pour in. And so I would do the challenge for 30 days, for 90 days, for 45 days, for 60 days. And so when I was in Ghana, I was just sitting at the beach in Ghana, and God spoke to me and said, when you get back to Nigeria, make the Vegan Vixen a tribe, right? And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make it. So I told my husband, I was like, babe, when I get back to Nigeria, I'm gonna turn the Vegan Vixen challenge into a tribe, and I'm going to charge this much, and that's how it's going to go, right? I had the price set. God told me the price. God told me what to do, and I did it, right? 1 year later, when I say the Vixen tribe, it's turned from the vegan Vixen to the Vixen tribe because God told me to open it up to women, not just vegan women, open it up to women as a whole. And so I changed the name from the vegan Vixen tribe to the Vixen tribe. But when I tell you, not only is it like, you know, an income source for me, just being honest, but also I have 60 plus members of women that have joined the tribe. It's become a safe space, and it turned into something that women told me, we're happy you created this. We needed this in this community. There's no egos, there's no gossip, there's no BS, there's no shadiness. It's a bunch of high vibrational women that I'm able to pour into every single day with vegan recipes, motivation. You know, now I have sponsors that are giving them, you know, prizes when I do trivia, and it's just like this growing community that's growing every single day, where it became a family for me. And it's women that I talk to every single day that we have genuine love for each other. It grew to something so beautiful that I had no idea what God was telling me. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm really like in amazement. I'm very grateful for the Vixen community and for God giving me this mission and me being obedient. And now daily I'm able to help women all over the world, you know. And God saw this for me. God had this plan for me and knew that this was my mission. I didn't know that this was my mission. I didn't know that this was something that I needed to be doing with my life. But just for me being obedient with God in those ways has opened up avenues to help women all over the world. So when I say to you, when God tells you to do something, whether it's a fast, whether it's a task, something simple is create an Instagram. Like, you know, God is with the 2022, the 2023. Like, God is in the right now. You know, God is not in the past. You know, God is present. God is here right now. And just something as simple as creating Instagram has changed the course of my life, y'all. Literally changed who I am as a person. Literally changed who I am as a woman. And it helped me to even understand my life purpose. Like, I have so many celebrities reaching out to me now, telling me I'm an inspiration. I have so many women that's reaching out to me that tell me that they love my content. And so, you know, I love the fact that God has put this purpose on my life, and I'm continually being obedient, because I can go back and look at what God's done for me before, or me being obedient and seeing, you know, the outcome, the results of it. So now when God speaks to me and tells me to do something, I don't second guess it, because guess what? God knows your purpose. God knows your story. It's up to you to be in alignment. And I'm here to tell you, because I don't really talk about this kind of stuff all the time, but this whole series of me having these conversations and me doing this is something that God put on my heart, and I decided to be obedient. You know, it's a lot of vegan food, a lot of expat, you know, YouTubers, and a lot of people that's out here doing things, and I'm going to be creating that type of content as well. But God told me right now, this is my purpose and this is what I need to do, and so I'm going to do it. So I'm here to tell you, it's time for you to be obedience. I don't know what God, you know, has been communicating to you about, or that voice in your head, or that feeling, that gut feeling, your intuition. But if it's telling you to do something, do it. Do not waver. Do not procrastinate. Do not overthink it. Do not second guess it. When I tell you, if you really are obedient, your life will change for the better, and you will find purpose. And granted, every day of my life isn't peachy king and this. But guess what? I'm staying afloat. I have retired from being a publicist, and I'm still eating, I'm still living, I'm still being my purpose, I'm still surviving in this world. And it gets hard. But guess what? Whenever it gets hard, that's when I know that there's something that God is getting ready to come in and communicate something to me, and I have to be obedient to get to that next level of what has been destined for my life. So I just wanted to make this video for y'all because it's, like I said, when God tell me to do something, honey, I'm going to do it. So today was just for me to give you, not only tell you how to, stop and be obedient and how to hear God speaking to you, but also use me as an example. If you need motivation and want to know, okay, God, I'm doing this, what's going to come out of this, come back and watch this video. The proof is in the pudding, and I never, it's so cliche when people be like, if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. No, baby, like literally, these blessings, our life purpose is our mission. And if I can get into my life purpose and see how my life has progressed from 5 years ago to now, because if you knew me before I was a vegan foodie, if you knew me when I was in the industry, you would say, like they call me Rain. Rain is a different person. I've progressed, I've grown, and I'm every single day going more and more into who I came here to earth to be, because my goal is to be a messenger of God. My goal is to live my life purpose. And guess what? When my grandma died, I said I have to leave a legacy. So let me start right now creating that legacy for the generations that flow after me, because greater works comes after you. All right, so anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. I'm everywhere, baby. I will be back because I've made it a mission to drop a video every single day, at least 4 to 6 videos a week, because I need to grow my YouTube channel. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. Stay blessed. Don't forget to be obedient. When God speaks to you, you better listen. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.